And we're back, Vegas. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. We sure enjoyed ours. You know, we gave you guys a little break from us, which is okay. But we missed you guys a whole lot.
We are back better than ever, and it's holiday season.
Yeah, baby.
And if you don't know what that's from, you should listen to that Young Gravy song.
Young Gravy, he's got a good vibe.
He's going up. You know, going up and up and up and up.
You know what's really funny? I didn't really get into Young Gravy until maybe earlier this year, but coincidentally, you bring up Young Gravy, and I met somebody over this holiday season, or this holiday weekend, who met Young Gravy, and he thought she was a MILF, and so he autographed her titties. And I was like, what? She's probably going to listen to this, and I'm sorry that I told this story, but it was just very coincidental that you brought up Young Gravy, and I met someone this weekend who met Young Gravy. Yeah,
that song I quoted, Flex on Christmas, is actually the first ever Young Gravy song I ever heard. And
dude.
It's my new favorite Christmas time song. Well, actually, you know what? As soon as it's November, it's technically holiday season because you got to celebrate Thanksgiving. You got to pay respect to all the calories you're going to eat and everything like that. And also, if she's listening to it, I hope also Young Gravy's listening to it. And if you're listening to this, Young Gravy, can we please do an interview? That'd be pretty dope.
That would actually be awesome. I, too, enjoy beautiful older women.
Me too.
Yeah.
Love it. They have the best snacks in their purse.
Well, you know what beautiful older women in Las Vegas have in common?
Blue Martini?
Yeah, I don't know. Gene?
Oh.
I got one question for you.
Lay it on me, Park.
How Vegas are you?
How Vegas am I?
Oh, yeah.
How Vegas am I? How Vegas am I? The year was 2019, 1 year before the COVID era. And there was a festival announced called Day in Vegas. And I don't know if you remember this era, Parker, but this was the era of the Fyre Fest. And so nobody could trust concerts that are too good to be true. Mm-hmm. And this was too good to be true. And now looking back at it, this was the one that got away because, man, there were too many bangers. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, 21 Savage, Migos, Flatbush Zombies. Like, it was lit. It was crazy. It was the one that got away.
Yeah.
It was the one that got away.
I, till this day, feel that same way towards Camp Flogna.
Oh.
Second year. Second year. It was your second or third year Camp Flogna. Chance the Rapper, Lil Wayne, A$AP Ferg, A$AP Rocky, Schoolboy Q, Flatbush, Anderson .Paak. Dude, everybody brought somebody out, too. Like, Chris Brown came out at one point. I forget. I'm pretty sure Chance brought out Broccoli, and they performed. I don't. They did one song together. I may be tripping.
Nah, that's dope though.
Yeah, my biggest regret in life was not seeing Anderson .Paak at that concert.
I've seen him live twice.
Dude, he brought out Mac Miller, and that would have been my only time to ever see Mac Miller.
Oh.
I know,
man.
Fuck.
That's the one that got away.
Yeah,
that is the one that got away.
Yeah. It was a bummer.
Well, I will say this, Parker. I usually ask this back to you, how Vegas you are. But I can just tell how Vegas you are because you are wearing a fur coat going into December. Parker, tell me the origin story of this fur coat.
This beautiful... Now, before you guys cancel me, okay? I did thrift it. So don't be mad. I didn't fully buy a fur coat. I thrifted a fur coat, all right? And I did my duty to the local community.
And how is that, Parker?
Because I'm so Vegas. I actually got this fur coat for free this weekend.
What?
Yeah. You want to know how?
By stealing it.
No, I don't steal anymore.
It's not really Vegas.
You get detained at a Walmart once, and, you're scarred for life. That's a story for another time.
I steal one too many grapes from the Albertsons produce section, and that's when I get caught.
Oh, you're going to feel like stealing with this Open Rewards app. Okay. All right? The Arts District. Honestly, Open Rewards app, you can actually use it anywhere, but the Arts District has teamed up, and certain stores downtown in the Arts District, you can shop for free. Not shop for free. You do need to spend the upfront money, but if you upload your receipt, they will actually pretty much almost refund you what you spent.
Really?
Yeah.
Word.
Yes. And so when you sign up, you can use our promo code. We'll leave a promo code in it. You can catch it on our page, iSkyboards, our personal pages. And when you sign up, you get $25 redeemable points. And when you share to your friends, you get an extra $25 redeemable points. So by me signing up and sending it to you, I made $50. And guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I went and bought a fur coat.
Yeah, it's adding up. Now, Parker, with that fur coat, are we going to be seeing more appearances of this jacket on the podcast? Or
Oh, dude, this fur coat is here to stay.
Love it. Love to hear it.
But yeah, you can shop at any stores. I got the coat at Main Street Mercantile, and you can shop at like Recycle Propaganda, Rebar. Dude, you can get $25 a night out. That's a date night.
Yeah?
Yeah. Restaurants includes restaurants, Latai. Oh, dude, open rewards app. Check that shit out.
And Parker, you'd mentioned that we have a promo code, right?
We do, and that will be up in our bio and comments. We can actually put it as a in the caption. Yeah, we can do that, right?
Yeah, of course. So be on the lookout, folks, in our caption for that promo code. Please use that so that you can get $25 towards your account.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Good.
It's a lot of numbers and letters. If you guys want to hear it,
lay it on me.
8UXFMQ. It was actually only one number. I tricked you guys.
Well, there you go, folks. And if you couldn't catch that in the podcast, and if your fingers aren't fast enough to rewind this in exactly 5 seconds, just check the caption out in the bio.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
Caption or bio.
Yep.
I was trying to make a rhyme out of it, and I couldn't do that.
Might as well fly away. Oh, man. But no, for real, dude. You sign up, $25. It's pretty sweet. And sometimes they do promos. Like, so last week, Thanksgiving week, if you spent during that time frame, you actually got a $50 bonus. Yeah.
What?
So if I referred someone in that time frame, you got an extra $50. Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of money to spend at Latai.
Yeah, dude. Support your local community, people. That's all we're trying to do here. That's all that Skyboards is trying to do here. That's all that Two Peas in a Pod Las Vegas is trying to do here.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to do here in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. That's what we do. It is the best city ever, though.
Oh, for sure it is.
Crazy.
Nothing better.
Speaking of the best city, what did we just host?
Oh.
Yeah, I want to hear all the nightmares.
Oh, everybody. The post-interview when it comes to Formula One. Man, oh man. Parker, let's first start off with this. Parker, what were you doing during the F1 week itself?
I will admit, the F1 week, or like what did I do Saturday night?
Well, I mean, the race started on Thursday. They had qualifiers on Friday and the final itself on Saturday. So I don't know. Just give me a rundown. What were you doing during that time frame?
Honestly, Thursday, I don't quite remember. I do remember like the manhole popping off. I know. And like, yeah, that just seemed like a bummer. And but I was home when I heard that news, I wasn't doing it. No. Thursday night, dude. You know what I did Thursday night instead of caring about the freaking race? I went back to Ferguson's and F the bar. I hung out with Tim at Dilla. Dude, I hung out with Tim for like an hour, 2 hours, and then I walked down the street because I originally went to go to the Griffin, to go to the Sundown Soul Club.
Okay.
Yeah. And, dude, a freaking vibe. I think it's every other Thursday at the Griffin, 9 till late. And they spin vinyl tracks of just soul music. And they do it again, I think, every other Sunday at 7:45, which is like a speakeasy vibe. Yeah.
Now, the Griffin already just has like a cozy ambiance in there. So like that with the vinyls, like that sounds pretty dope.
The Griffin's got to be like, I would almost rather spend the night at the Griffin than like We All Scream.
Oh man, don't even get me started on We All Scream.
Why, you love it?
I scream every time I have to pay $20 to get.
Oh, dude, it's like $20-$25, and you're like, and then half the time you like end up leaving anyway to go to Disco Pussy because it's better.
Yeah, $20 to get in. I mean, me and another person getting a couple drinks. Oh my God, almost $40.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
And the Griffin, I don't think they ever do a cover. I've never seen the Griffin have a cover. Yeah.
believe that. Every time I've been in there, they usually just check my ID.
Yep.
Both when I was legal and when I was not so legal.
Yeah, no fakes, people.
Yeah.
Keep the fakes at We All
fakes
Scream
anymore. And I'm talking to you, Patrick from Ohio.
You know what? That's another thing about We All Scream is like, 40% of those people got fake IDs in there.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that's where all the return college people go. If you're a college kid and you're in town, go to We All Scream. You will love it.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. You guys will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I don't know, 25 and up, 30, Griffin, Disco Pussy, we'll see you there.
Oh, yeah. It's always a vibe.
Anywho, so Friday, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yes, the manhole disaster.
Manhole disaster happened.
For those that didn't watch F1 or didn't hear about the manhole, what had happened was in the first race of Thursday night, manhole popped up about 9 minutes into the race itself. So that being said, they had to close the track down. And then as soon as they closed the track down, they had to delay when they were going to do the second round of races that night. And then they weren't able to do those races until 2:30 in the morning, which unless you are a night owl like myself, you got to miss out on that. But we'll put a pin in that. Parker, what were you doing on Friday?
Friday. Thursdays and Fridays kind of blend.
Okay. Well, what were you doing on Saturday?
Saturday, the race itself, had a great night. Had a great time, actually. I went to, every month, the Arts District does a mixer. Every month, the Art District does a mixer. And it's open to the public. Anybody could join. It's actually really cool, really fun vibe. They usually have just, you show up, it's free. And they got like drinks and stuff, snacks. And you just meet some business owners over there from like Main Street, downtown. Really good people to meet, honestly. I did that. Coincidentally, Danny Boy, Graffiti Park, his brother-in-law just opened up a gallery in the same building as the mixer. So I hung out with him and his family. We went to the other mixer. I ended up hanging out with Isaac from Recycle Propaganda like all night. And then he brought us back to his gallery over off Main Street. You guys got to check it out. Hung out, chit-chat or whatever, talked about the community, future things, future plans. He's actually how I got told about the Open Rewards app.
Oh.
Yeah. That's when I found out about yeah. Did that, and then we got a little hungry. So what do? 10 o'clock on Main Street if you're looking for some food. You go to Good Pie. And honestly, I've been to Good Pie only like takeout. This is my first time like sitting down, having a good time. The bartenders and the bar back, like we were homies. It was like we had known each other for years. So just a good environment, good people. We actually watched the race there. Everyone was just kind of hanging out, chit-chatting or whatever, and then I didn't finish the race because they actually closed at 11. So, which was another weird thing is some bars and restaurants were closing because the race was so late.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if any other people had that issue. They technically were like, you guys can stay, whatever, like we'll just like kick you out when we leave. And we were like, nah, we'll just get out of your hair, blah, blah, blah. And then I just went home, went to bed. Yeah.
Nice.
And now the nightmare story.
Oh, man.
How was it? I want to hear every detail.
PTSD. Anyways, it was, but in all honesty, it was a great experience. It was a really fun way to see how sports are continuing to evolve here in Vegas. Thursday, I mean, with what had happened there, that was very unfortunate. But to be fairly honest with you, I personally enjoyed Thursday just because I was hanging out with a couple of my friends down at Jen as we were waiting for the roads to open up that we can go back home. And surprisingly, it was close to 2. And then we had heard the announcement that the races were starting at 2:30. And so where Jen Korean Barbecue is located, I was able to watch the race there for a little bit before deciding on leaving home. And that was a nice, dope experience.
That's those videos you sent were actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. I mean, for me, I've never watched Formula One even prior to this. So.
No, I mean, I watched the movie, the Gran Turismo movie.
Oh,
cool movie. Yeah, it was actually really cool. Other than that, no.
Yeah, no. I mean, for me, like, I'm lucky that my first time ever was literally seeing it in person. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is neat.
I will say, though, work-wise, that was some pretty tough days. Didn't get to go home until about 3 o'clock in the morning, waiting for traffic to clear up, having the different roads and then Mind you, I mean, I don't know if you heard about this, Parker, but the permanent bridges that they built, they're planning on keeping a majority, if not all of those, intact for an indefinite period of time. Which, happy that those bridges were there to get me home. But now that F1 is over, man.
Do they serve a purpose? Like, will people be able to use them, or are they just kind of there?
I mean, you can use them, but then it's just, I don't know, they're just kind of eyesores.
Yeah. You know,
Gives me Mario Kart vibes on the strip, which it's already a little crazy. Like,
hey, maybe they'll throw it in the new GTA.
Yeah, true, maybe.
So I heard with the roads closing, like, I don't know if you guys experienced this at all, not the roads closing, but the track having to shut down, people weren't allowed to go back in because they had to send workers home. But people were livid.
Yeah, so it was very unfortunate for those that had tickets to the actual grandstands that Formula One had. The venue had closed at 2:00 in the morning, which for some of us that had grandstand privileges, such as Hilton, where we had our own grandstand, we had told a lot of our guests, even ones that we had hosted not only a grandstand party itself, where we had about 200 people, but then we had over 500 people in the terrace itself, where it was a watch party, where, as a matter of fact, we were able to invite our guests to the watch party, or from the watch party area to the grandstand itself, where if they wanted to wait, they were more than welcome to. It's just that, the bar wasn't going to be open, and then also, all these other things. But if you want to watch, you're more than welcome to. Some of my guests, I think they stayed. I mean, it's really tough to stay until 2:00, 2:30 in the morning to stay watching for a race, and then being back up to keep partying the next day. So,
and for like the practice run, like it wasn't even like the big race,
Yeah.
Which I get it. You pay for the experience and stuff, but what I heard is that they weren't necessarily allowing people back in because they didn't like necessarily budget the workers to have to stay that long, and so they like legally could not let the workers work, and so that's why they had to not let people in, because they had nobody to run anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, that is insane. Well, I'm sure that there were a couple alongside of us at Hilton. We had the grandstand open. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of the casinos were still partying. I mean, the casinos weren't.
It's Vegas.
Anyways.
It ain't shutting down.
I mean, I saw a couple of the other parties too. I think there was one at the Venetian. I think I saw another one at, trying to think of all of my friends' Instagram stories. That's how Vegas I am. How Vegas am I? I know how bougie other people are, depending on what parties they get invited to, aka they don't have to pay for it. Like, for example, the Venetian grandstand. Oh my gosh. If I could like, you ever watch Willy Wonka? And like they had like the television, the smell-o-vision with the food?
Yeah.
I wish I could do that with the Instagram of some of these people and what they were posting. Bally's, Paris.
Just the food that they have out there.
Yeah, dude. If I wasn't on the clock, the self-control with how much food we had offered at Hilton.
There was one time I was Uber Eatsing back in California and picked up some Olive Garden, and I noticed they got some breadsticks. And, I was a little hungry. And I was like, there ain't no way they're going to notice if one breadstick's missing.
Did they notice?
I didn't get a bad review or nothing, but I got a free breadstick, yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. Don't try to fire me, Open Door, or whatever you are, DoorDash. I ain't working for you no more.
That's funny, man. Well, I mean, with F1 being over with, I mean, what are your thoughts for it? I mean, we have some time between now and 24.
Yeah, we got some time, I mean, I knew about F1 just because my stepdad was working on the project, and he's excited it's over with now. So I'm curious what the rebuild of it when the time comes is, like how bad's that going to be, which I don't think it'll necessarily be that bad. But every year for 10 years, isn't that what the contract is?
Yeah, so the tentative contract is it's 10-year overall. But after the third year, it's the review for the extension for the remaining 7 years. So
there's a chance we only get it for 3 years.
Which, I mean, for me, as much as I like to, I don't want to say badmouth or say, but sharing my negative thoughts of F1. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Like it's not a stadium, but the grandstand that they had built itself was such an immense project. Like it's already been built. Like, let's use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, I still think that by year 3, we need to review it, and we need to take a really deep look at, how we can not only improve on the event itself, but then also how to make it more Vegas local friendly or something like that. But then also it's a huge thing to be built. What are we going to do? Lego montage unbuild it, you know?
Yeah, right. But I agree, they do need a way to kind of expand the income that it brought in. And, you know, I made a post about it on iSkyboards that people can check out if they want, just like, you know, asking the community, like, how'd you guys feel about it? You know, a lot of people worked it, a lot of people didn't go, a lot of people went. And so it's kind of interesting to see all sides of it. But, like, I was on Main Street. It was a Saturday night, man. The bar closed at 11. It wasn't like they were so busy they were staying open. I heard that one bar, there was 2 people in it. You know what I mean? And so it's like you get this mass 350,000 people in attendance, 50 people in Main Street on a Saturday night, you know? And so that was their concern too, is like, well, how do they get a piece of it, you know?
No, that's fair.
And so they got to definitely, I mean, it was the first year. Maybe, you know, host some off-site events, you know, get people going elsewhere, watch parties. I don't know. But it is tough when you're on the strip and you don't have a car or nothing. You just stay there. And that's what it's designed for. It's what it's intended for.
No, and that's very true. And I think that with some of the input I got from some of my vendors in different restaurants is that, you know, with F1 being the first time ever here in Vegas, it's hard to forecast numbers. It's hard to anticipate how many people are going to be eating at your restaurant during the dinner time, during the late night. And so a lot of restaurants on the strip, like they either had a large influx of people or they had nobody. And usually like the large influx was more for like, it just depended on how many people were on the strip in that area at that given time, you know, and how far they wanted to walk. And let's be honest, I mean, with how the pedestrian bridges were and how cramped it was on the strip itself, like, I don't want to walk that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's Vegas, you know.
It is Vegas. And that being said, I mean, with the end of F1, Parker, there ain't no rest for the wicked. What was the next thing that came after F1?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Days after.
Yeah, literally days after. The race ended on the 18th, or the race was on the 18th, and then that following was Thanksgiving. Parker, what'd you do for Thanksgiving?
I went up to Utah, hung out with my grandpa and my cousins out there, but this time I did the drive a little different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went through Lake Mead out to Valley of Fire, which if you guys have not done that drive, holy crap.
Really?
Beautiful. Like, granted, Lake Mead itself ain't a great lake. Don't accidentally open your mouth in the water. But the rocks sculptures, the mountain, dude, the colors, it was just it was like mind-boggling. Like that is just right there. It's right there. It's 5 exits down. You know what I mean? And it's $25 to get in, but if you got a park pass, that's free. You know, $25 does last a week though, so you get access in and out for a week. So you pop out right then. You're out by Valley of Fire and Moapa Valley actually. I didn't go into Valley of Fire. I was actually planning on driving there, camping, and then going up, but it was 40-mile-an-hour winds, 70-mile-an-hour gusts, yeah. So I was like, I ain't going to deal with that. I'm more of like, you know, I like to camp like I like to golf, 70, slight breeze, you know. But it was really beautiful. Did that at sunset, went up to Utah, hung out with my family up there, snowboarded at Solitude. Utah's got beautiful snow resorts, man.
I've heard that actually, yeah.
I want to say number 2 in the nation. Number 1 in the nation, number 2 in the world, next to Japan and Switzerland. So maybe like top 3 with those 3, yeah. Fun fact, Japan has like some of the best snow in the world.
I've heard that in the northern area in Sapporo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
If only I knew how to ski or board.
Yeah. Did that, though. That is a dangerous drive in the wintertime.
Oh, I've taught it, yeah.
We actually slid off the road into a ditch. Yeah, me and my brother on the way back. Yeah. I wasn't driving, he was driving, and we spun out. And then luckily we were caravanning or whatever they call that.
Uh-huh.
My dad was following us in his truck and saw us spin out, so he like pulled over. We just loaded everything into the truck. Tow truck came, and then we left. Yeah.
How was that conversation? Was it like a wilderness man save, or was it like a dad joke as soon as he opens up the door and like grabs you guys?
No, he was actually kind of scared. We like spun. It was funny though. My brother was like, "Uh-oh," and then we like spun. He's like, we're spinning. And I was just like, oh God.
I don't know, like maybe your dad like opens up the door and he goes, he just opens it and he goes, "Nice to meet you," or I don't know.
Oh, dude, if there was a time for a dad joke, it would have been then, honestly. Yeah. My mom, when our mom found out, though, because she wasn't there, my parents are separated, whatever. I don't know. I just feel like I needed some back context for that. My mom wasn't there. Not that my mom didn't spend Thanksgiving with us. She just spent it with her other family. It's whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But my brother was like, he didn't want to tell her right away. And I was like, nah, dude, good idea. Like, wait, And so he texted her the pictures, and she goes, "Didn't somebody tell you can't park there?" And I was just like, all right, cool. At least, we're safe.
That's pretty good.
At least there's humor about it.
That was good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I did for Thanksgiving, man. What'd you do?
No, but first up, like, are you okay though, Parker?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
everything's cool. It was cool. It was best case scenario. We just spun out and then stopped.
Okay,
like
perfect.
It was, yeah.
In that case, I'm thinking of some more dad jokes.
Yeah, go for it. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to like do like a slide in the DMs joke, but nah, it didn't work. Yeah, I actually crashed and burned.
Oh man, Thanksgiving for me. Thanksgiving. Well, I did what any other Vegas local that works on the Strip does, and I worked on the Strip itself. I took guests out to dinner on Friday, and then I did a dinner and a show on Saturday. And I will say, Parker, I don't know if you know how crazy restaurants get on Thanksgiving,
I do not.
but believe it or not, whatever you think the craziness is on an average restaurant here in Vegas, it is only sometimes triple, quadruple worse on the Strip itself, just with the sheer influx of people that are here actually for the holiday itself, for the Thanksgiving weekend. And I talked to various restaurants. I mean, I talked to Morton's. Can't go wrong with your boy Bruce there at Morton's, but they did over 500 covers, meaning that they had 500 different reservations there at the restaurant itself.
Wow.
Which, crazy numbers itself. I mean, look at Pampa's Brazilian Steakhouse, different models. So you can't compare this number like to each restaurant. It's all apples to oranges depending on their service. But, Pampa's did over 1,000 covers.
Whoa.
Like, just to have those kinds of numbers on just one day itself, like,
that's a lot.
I got to tell you, Parker, like, not making it sound like I'm like a decorated back-of-house cook veteran, but those holidays and like the amount of people that you'd expect in Vegas just to eat in that one day or that time frame, insanity, man.
Yeah.
But I will say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
And that's why we'll never go back to retail.
I was about to say an F1 had already killed me, but yeah, that's also a good answer too. But I mean, Thanksgiving overall was a really good time. I mean, it's anytime you spend the holidays here in Vegas, I think there's just like a special air to it.
There is. Yeah, there really is. And it's actually kind of funny, and you definitely feel it a little bit. Everyone's just kind of like, it's Thanksgiving.
Exactly. And I mean, Thanksgiving just passed. We have Christmas coming up. Christmas here in Vegas is fun. Just
Christmas Day is weird in Vegas.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's just like the one day that like nobody's really out. Everyone's actually home. It's just, yeah.
I will say though, some of my latest stories in downtown Fremont was on Christmas night itself.
Honestly, Christmas night though, people be
debauchery.
Spent all day with your family, man.
Yeah, dude. I
want to go out. You want to go see your friends.
Yeah, I want to do hood rat stuff with a Christmas hat on.
I want to do hood rat shit with my fur coat that I just got for free with my Oprah Rewards app.
And we better see that too on New Year's Eve too. Which, I mean, New Year's Eve in Vegas, folks, believe it or not, I love Christmas in Vegas. What's the flavors in the one ice cream place where it's like, I like it, I love it, I gotta have more of it.
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve is I gotta have more of it.
Okay.
Here in Vegas, just because there's so many things going on.
Dude, so many.
So now, speaking about the different airs here in Las Vegas with the holiday season, Parker, what's another phenomenon that is coming up and that's been on your radar? Dude, and you got to tell our folks that are listening in right now.
Seasons are changing. There's a lot of water. We just got a ton of rain.
A lot of water.
A lot of water. And, this holiday weekend, like you said, there's a weird aroma in the environment here in Vegas. And I feel like Thanksgiving weekend, it's just like a you get like a get out of jail free card. You can kind of do whatever you want that weekend. And with a good talk about water is you gotta go to Death Valley. I just did a day trip to Death Valley because in the Badwater Basin.
You're teaching me this, Parker, so I'm all ears.
Okay. Yeah, Death Valley, Badwater Basin. It's actually a salt basin, but we got enough rain this year that it actually has water in it. The basin bed's actually the size of New Hampshire. This thing is massive. And so you can go and visit it, any time of the year and walk on it, blah, blah, blah. And there's like salt beds, but it's actually full of water. And so we went, and it is like crystals in the water. The water's so clear and blue. Like the reflection of the sunset on it was just absolutely amazing. It was freaking mind-boggling.
Wow. And how deep was this water?
I went in about ankle deep. I'm sure it'll probably get about like a foot or two, low key, if you keep going out into it.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Huh.
Like I want to go back and see if I can go, like how far I can go, like float in it.
Man, really?
Yeah. Yeah, and Death Valley's free to go to. You don't need a park pass or nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a cool drive. You drive through Pahrump and stuff and go through there and cut through it. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's really cool. Now, Parker, if I want to hear or see more about this, where can I see this?
You already know, Pat. Ice Skyboards.
I mean, I know this by now.
I know.
But our folks that we are 7 episodes in, we're talking a little bit about the slower ones. There's nothing wrong with it. We love you guys. Playback speed at half speed so you can hear the words, But, Parker, where's the reel at?
The reel is on Ice Skyboards. You got to check it out. And if you need anything Vegas related, we do everything. If you're coming to Vegas, DM us. We'll give you travel itineraries. We'll let you know what's going on every week, every weekend. Check our stories for things to do, restaurants to eat, shows, and anything Vegas related, even day trips. So that's why we're also tagging along with that one. Because if you're in town or whatever, you'd be surprised how many people fly into Vegas and go to like Zion, Death Valley, Valley of Fire, Joshua Tree. Because it's easier. It's just pretty central location, all that stuff. So yeah, you can check out. We only got 2 videos of that right now, I think, day trip wise. But we're gonna do a couple more things. So if you're looking for things to do in Vegas, outside of Vegas, follow Ice Skyboards.
Well, I love to hear it, Parker. And before we sign out of this episode, Parker, what was the one thing that we have been asking our fans, our suitors, our insert another synonym here to do on our Instagram page?
We did not forget about you, beautiful people, and we appreciate you guys so much.
We never forget you.
Never forget you. We're going to announce some of the winners of the takeaway episodes and some of the Q&Rs, the Would You Rathers. We're going to answer those questions next episode. But one thing we did win was, what day did you guys want to see? A day off with Pat or Parker? And you're getting a day off with me. Pat's coming to hang out with me next Thursday. And we're just going to go about a day. It'll be a day in the life of me, I guess, Parker.
Yeah. It is Take Your Pat to Work Day. And we're working it with Park.
Working it with Park.
Win or lose, at the end of the day, it's my day off because I'm doing Parker's day off.
Yeah, buddy.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Can I get a, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the fur coat. That's us. I couldn't think of a better way to sign out. Well, folks, I hope you tune in next week. We're going to be answering all those questions and everything that you had sent in on our page, which, by the way, folks, we couldn't have had this upcoming episodes without your guys' input. So we always appreciate it. Be on the lookout for some more input in these coming days. And in the meantime, folks, good night, sleep tight, and Parker, here's your forehead kiss.
And please like, subscribe, and share.